The Elephant Rope, a tale of unfounded limitations. In a quaint village nestled amidst lush greenery, there existed a renowned circus that was the pride and joy of the community. The circus was famous for its extraordinary performances, particularly the majestic elephants that dazzled audiences with their incredible feats. Among the villagers, there was a young man named Arjun, who had always been fascinated by these magnificent creatures. One sunny afternoon, Arjun decided to visit the circus ground, where the elephants were kept. As he approached the enclosure, he was taken aback by an unusual sight. Despite their enormous size and strength, the elephants were tethered by nothing more than a flimsy rope tied around one of their front legs. The rope was anchored to a simple wooden stake driven into the ground. Arjun watched in amazement, unable to comprehend why these powerful animals didn't break free from their feeble restraints. Curiosity gnawing at him, Arjun approached one of the trainers who was standing nearby. The trainer, an elderly man with a kind face and wise eyes, greeted him warmly. After exchanging pleasantries, Arjun voiced his bewilderment.
"Sir, I don't understand. These elephants are incredibly strong. Surely they could break free from such a thin rope. Why don't they even try?" Arjun asked, genuinely puzzled.
The trainer chuckled softly before responding.
You see, young man, when these elephants are very young and much smaller, we use the same size rope to tie them. At that age, the rope is strong enough to hold them. As they grow up, they are conditioned to believe they cannot break away. They believe the rope can still hold them, so they never attempt to break free.
Arjun was astonished.
But surely they must feel their strength increase as they grow. Why wouldn't they at least try to break the rope?
The trainer nodded thoughtfully.
It's all in their mind, my boy. When they are young and the rope truly holds them back, they try to escape but fail. Over time, they accept that they cannot break free. This false belief gets so deeply ingrained in their minds that even as adults, when they are more than capable of freeing themselves, they don't even try.
Arjun stood there, lost in thought. The trainer's words resonated deeply with him. He realized that the story of the elephants was not just about the animals, but it carried a profound lesson about the human condition. As Arjun walked back home, the scene of the tethered elephants played over and over in his mind. He couldn't help but draw parallels to his own life and the lives of those around him. How many times had he given up on something simply because he had failed once before? How many dreams had he abandoned, convinced they were unattainable, just because of past failures? Determined to change his mindset, Arjun decided to share the story of the elephants with everyone he knew. He started with his family, recounting the tale at the dinner table. His parents and siblings listened intently, moved by the story's powerful message. Inspired by their reactions, Arjun decided to take it a step further. He wrote an article about the elephants and their invisible chains of false belief, which was published in the village newspaper. The story spread like wildfire. It became a topic of discussion in schools, workplaces, and social gatherings. People began to reflect on their own lives, identifying the self-imposed limitations that held them back. The village, once content with its routines and resigned to its fate, began to awaken to new possibilities. Arjun's own life transformed as well. With renewed vigor, he pursued his dreams with a determination he had never felt before. He faced challenges head-on, no longer deterred by the fear of failure. Every setback was seen as a learning opportunity rather than a defeat. Slowly, but surely, he began to achieve the goals he had once deemed impossible. Years later, Arjun became a successful entrepreneur and motivational speaker. He traveled far and wide, sharing the story of the elephants and the invaluable lesson it taught him. His journey inspired countless others to break free from their self-imposed limitations and strive for greatness. One day, Arjun returned to the village where it all began. The circus had long since closed down, but the memory of the elephants remained etched in his heart. He visited the now abandoned enclosure, a place that had once been the starting point of his transformation. Standing there, Arjun smiled as he reflected on how far he had come. He knew that just like the elephants, everyone had the power to break free from their invisible chains. All it took was the courage to try, the belief in one's own strength, and the persistence to keep going despite the odds. And so, the legacy of the elephant rope lived on, a timeless reminder that our only true limitations are the ones we impose on ourselves. With faith and determination, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve the extraordinary.